Welcome to today's deep dive. We have got a massive shift in the European and Chinese economic relationship to unpack today. Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you have spent the last 20 years at your job meticulously training a junior colleague.
Right, like showing them all your tricks, sharing your contacts, teaching them the business inside and out.
Exactly. And then one day, you walk in and realize they are not just your boss. I mean, they are actively pricing you out of the industry you built. We are basically looking at a multi-billion-dollar version of that exact scenario playing out right now between Europe and China.
It is staggering, honestly. This was all sparked by some really intense warnings from German leader Friedrich Merz. We are seeing a fundamental rewiring of global trade where Germany essentially funded and, well, trained its own fiercest competitors.
Right, and Merce is really sounding the alarm on this unfair competition. He is pointing out that China's currency, the RMB, has allegedly been undervalued by like 25% for years.
Yeah, kept artificially low to boost their exports.
But wait, looking at the numbers, I do have to push back a bit here. I mean, didn't Germany benefit hugely from Chinese trade? Just a few years ago, they knew about the exchange rates?
Oh, absolutely. They made an absolute fortune. What is fascinating here is just the sheer speed of the reversal. I mean, up until around 2018 or 2019, Germany had a 25 billion euro annual trade surplus with China.
And now it is completely flipped, right?
Completely. Now it is a 50 billion euro deficit. And if you look at the EU overall, they have a staggering 350 billion euro deficit.
Wow, that is just a massive hole.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the undervalued currency acts like this dual-edged weapon. It makes Chinese exports incredibly cheap, but it also acts as an invisible tariff on German goods entering China. But, the real reason for the flip is that Chinese clients evolved into fierce competitors.
Like with the automakers. I mean, BMW and others collaborated with Chinese firms for years, right?
Right, essentially handing over manufacturing blueprints and supply chains just to get market access.
And while the German brands were bogged down tweaking, internal combustion engines, Chinese brands like BYD just took that knowledge and aggressively pivoted to dominating EV batteries.
Exactly. They did not just copy the homework, they iterated faster. Backed by heavy state subsidies, they achieved a scale that lets them completely outcompete legacy European brands globally.
Which creates this huge headache for Europe today. Because acknowledging this unlevel playing field brings up a surprisingly familiar historical echo. I mean, a decade ago, Donald Trump warned about this exact Chinese trade imbalance.
He did. And European leaders largely laughed it off at the time. But now they are drawing the exact same economic conclusions from the data.
But they have to tread carefully, though. I mean, they can't just jump into a full-blown trade war.
No, definitely not. Europe remains totally dependent on China for critical imports, things like refined lithium and rare earth elements for those EV batteries. A trade war would completely stall out their own green transition.
So how does this German stagnation affect neighboring economies, like the Netherlands, for example?
You would think they would be hit hard, but the Netherlands is currently insulated. Their industry relies heavily on a booming AI cluster, unlike Germany's traditional heavy manufacturing.
Oh, right, like the companies building the actual machines for advanced microchips.
Exactly. They just are not competing with China in the same legacy lanes that Germany is.
But that current safety net does not guarantee future security, does it? I mean, technological moats dry up so fast.
Yeah, the Dutch should not get complacent. What happened to German manufacturing could eventually happen to their AI sector if Chinese competitors catch up in R&D.
Because that cycle of forced collaboration turning into total market domination is a proven playbook.
It really is a stark warning.
So if Europe's current AI and tech advantage is just a temporary buffer, it leaves you with a final question to ponder on your own. How should a country completely rethink its foundational education and innovation pipelines today to make sure they are actually inventing the next paradigm instead of just waiting to be reverse engineered?